Mr. Sassoon, welcome. It is a great pleasure meeting you and having this interview with you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here with you. Thank you very much.
I know that you do speak Greek.
Yes.
So just say hello to the Greek people.
Γεια σας. Είμαι χαρούμενος ότι είμαι εδώ στην Ελλάδα. Η γιαγιά μου γεννήθηκε εδώ στην Ελλάδα και το πατέρας μου. I have Greek blood.
What is the scope of the Taglit Birthright Foundation?
Taglit is actually one of the, if not the largest, education organization in the world.
In the world?
Right.
Really?
Because
and
it's more
what
like,
is your position there?
I'm the president of Taglit in Greece. It's what we would call educational tourism. So what we do is we bring young people from the ages of 18 to 27. We bring them to Israel for 10 weeks. And what we do is
2 or 3 months.
Right. And what they do is they come to Israel, they learn about the history, the culture, the traditions. After all, we are a very old civilization.
You are talking about young people. Do you mean Greek young people, Jewish young people?
Jewish people from around the world.
Jewish people.
Correct.
Okay.
We bring them from around the world, from Greece, from the US, from Canada, from the UK, from everywhere. What we do is we offer them this opportunity to reconnect or connect for the first time with the land of their ancestors. And it's kind of funny because it's one of the biggest matchmaker in the Jewish world. A lot of people that they go on these trips, they end up meeting their future spouses and they stay connected, and then
really?
A lot of people get married because they met on Taglit trips.
How many Jewish people live in Greece? I really have no idea.
The numbers they vary. I mean, some statistics they say around 5,000, some people say it's a little bit more, around 6 or maybe 7,000. Greece is a bit unique because there are a lot of people that have Jewish ancestry or Jewish heritage. However, they either married people who are not Jewish, and then they kind of like their children and their grandchildren, they basically don't remember, they don't have any connections. I believe the number might be a little bit higher than that, personally. However, from what we understand, at least the people who have registered as Jewish, it's roughly around 5,000.
Would you like to tell us the story of your family?
My family, it's one of the families that traces its history almost to the biblical times of Israel, over 2,000 years ago, close to 3,000 actually. And the family, after the destruction of the temple in 70 AD, the family was amongst the other people of Israel who were taken into exile by force by the Romans. Eventually the family settled in Spain until 1495.
Okay.
And during that time, the Spanish Inquisition, they were forced to flee and they end up in Saloniki. And afterwards, probably around 100, 200 years later, they end up relocating to Baghdad in Iraq. And my grandfather always used to say to me, if you want to help a country and you want to contribute to any country, then make sure it's Greece, because Greece opened its doors and its hearts to your family 3 times. My ancestors in 1495 when they first came to Saloniki. And after a period up until 1850, they lived in Baghdad, and then they were the 2 oldest sons. One was David Sassoon and the other one was Joseph Sassoon. So one ended up going to India, then eventually him and his children, they end up expanding into Hong Kong, Shanghai, even Japan, and then end up eventually in the UK. The other son returned to Saloniki. He ended up going to Aleppo, Syria. After he married and he stayed there, his grandchildren ended up moving to Egypt and expanding the family business. In 1965, the family was forced once again because of the Nasser regime and the Arab nationalists, and they had to flee again. And this time they returned to Greece. And again,
so Greece was always a destination.
Absolutely. Greece was always a safe haven for my family. And this is one of the reasons why we have a very, very strong tie to Greece and to the Greek people.
So you feel that Greece is a friendly country for you?
Not only friendly, I feel Greece is a safe country to be as a Jew.
Do you feel Greek?
I do feel Greek. And I just said to a room of almost 400 people, I said, I consider myself a Greek.
What are your plans for the future? I'm talking about this year and next year.
For Taglit?
Yes.
One program that we're trying to launch very soon, and that is to bring the innovative communities of Israel, especially in the technology sector, to bring them to Greece to collaborate with Greek entrepreneurs and startups, and to strengthen the economic ties from a business point of view, and to mesh it together with the educational program. We want to share this experience and our knowledge and help the Greek foundations and the Greek communities in the diaspora to do something similar, where there are trips for young generations, because we realize, look, when you live in a country like the United States with a very young history compared to Greece, young generation tend to forget over time the history of their people, their connection to the culture, and it's very important, regardless whether you live in Canada or the US or the UK, to have that tradition, that connection. It's something that makes every nationality very unique. And Greece is a strategic partner to Israel. And we value, as Jews and as Israelis, we value that relationship. We share, obviously, our love for freedom, our love for democracy, stability, whether it's economic, security, or politics.
So, Mr. Sassoon, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And hope to see you soon.
Definitely.
With your next project.
Absolutely.
In Taglit.